born to the grandfather Abdul Muttalib. We're talking about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his father Abdullah and his grandfather Abdul Muttalib. When Abdullah was born, Abdul Muttalib remembered the old vow that he vowed years ago when he dug out the well of Zamzam, when he discovered the well of Zamzam, that if Allah gives him 10 kids, sons, who will be defending him, he's going to slaughter the youngest. And that was Allah. So he got older a little bit, started walking around, a kid, we don't know, 7, 9, 10 years. He decided to fulfill the vow. Prepared himself, he wanted to kill it. And what happened? The mother of the baby, of the kid, refused. And she was worried because her son will be slaughtered. She talked to her brothers that my son is going now to be slaughtered and like other kids because they're from another mother and they will not. So they came to Abdul Muttalib trying to convince him not to slaughter his son Abdullah. He said, I vowed to Allah that if you give me 10 kids, sons, I'm going to slaughter one of them, the youngest of them. They say, okay, let us go to this fortune teller. I guess from Bani Sa'd tribe. But the fortune teller now in Islam is forbidden. Fortune tellers, before Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they have some access to the word of the unseen through jinn that did not have after the messenger became a prophet. Okay, the word the unseen, the other parallel word that we don't see, there are some gates to it. Some of them are legitimate and okay, some are not. As Muslims, we should take only the gate of revelation and wahi and the prophethood to know about the word of the unseen. This is the only gate that we do as legitimate, and we choose, we have a choice. Now, sometimes we have something beyond our capacity, which is good dreams or karama or some minor miracles that Allah gives somebody, helping him or showing him something. That is a minor thing, but it is not our choice, except becoming like pious or righteous. Then Allah will show some people, give them some access to see something, sometimes foreseeing things, sometimes helping them, achieving things in a small period of time, or traveling even. In our tradition, even some people would travel thousands of miles in just a fraction of a second by the help of Allah. Like maybe one of them when the throne of the Queen of Sheba was brought to Prophet Sulaiman. So this is an access that beyond our capacity. Fortune tellers is something that we should not take. And one of the access to the word of the unseen that we should not follow. And usually fortune tellers come from connection with the jinn, who are from that realm, that word. But Muslims are forbidden to take it. And you have also sorcery, another access. Sorcery is another access to the word of the unseen. And astrology, not astronomy, astrology. Knowing some of the news through stars movements. All of that is forbidden and haram to us as Muslims. Okay, to practice all of that. We have to access the word of the unseen only through a legitimate gate. Like in this life, you can make money through having a job, right? Or investing in business, having a job. You cannot steal to make money. You cannot kill to get money. You cannot do all of that. This is illegitimate way. You can achieve money, but it is not good money. Does that make sense? So the word of the unseen, yes, there is an access to it, and some people have an access, but not a legitimate way. Fortune tellers, they used to have better connection. The jinn used to have an access to heaven and to the word of the unseen better than after Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam became a prophet. After becoming a prophet, the door was closed, and if they get closer to sky, they will be burnt, shooting stars. And they noticed that. This is why some of the jinn became Muslims, because they noticed that we cannot access anymore what we used to access. We used to stay in heaven waiting for any whisper between angels, malaika, to know it. And this is in the Quran, that وَأَنَّا كُنَّا نَقْعُدُ مِنْهَا مَقَاعِدَ لِلسَّمْعِ. We used to sit and listen. فَمَنْ يَسْتَمِعِ الْآنِ. If someone listens today, he will have a shooting star burning him. So jinn, when they noticed that change, this is years later, this is something happened. Look for why we don't have an access. They started moving around. Everything is normal, what we have. Until a group of the jinn came up on Rasulullah. He was praying at night, reciting Quran. When they listen to it, they say, maybe this is the reason. And some of them know something about Prophet Ibrahim, Musa, and Isa, and all of that. So they became Muslims, and they went back to their people telling them that this is the reason, that there is a new prophet, a new messenger, and there is something that is changing in the universe. You don't have access. Okay, back to the story of Abdul Muttalib. Abdul Muttalib, they convinced him to go to this fortune teller. And Arabs used to respect those fortune tellers. And they would show some respect also to the people of the book, Jews and the Christians, because they believe that they have some connection. Although they did not believe in it, but they didn't know that they have some connection, that the Prophet Ibrahim and there are other prophets. They went to the fortune teller and she said, draw sticks on your son and 10 of the camels. So write on 2 sticks, spoons here we have, Abdullah, add another 10 camels. If it is 10 camels, immediately just slaughter the 10 camels. And keep adding camels. He came, draw the first stick, it was Abdullah. He said, okay, right now 20 camels on the other. And he drew it, and it was Abdullah. He said, write 30 camels. And they did, the drawing sticks again, until the last time when he drew the stick, it was 100 camels. Ransom for Abdullah. They brought 100 camels, and they slaughtered them in Mecca for anyone to eat, instead of killing Abdullah. So Muhammad says, I am the son or descendants of the 2 slaughtered one. He means his father Abdullah, and he means Ismail when his father, Prophet Ibrahim, wanted to slaughter his father Ismail. So I am the son of slaughtered ones. He means his father Abdullah, because his grandfather was planning to kill him, and Ismail. Okay. So Abdullah survived, and we don't know much about him except being this story about his childhood, about the vowing of his father before, about his mother, his grandmother, grandfather. All of that is documented in history. There are maybe here and there some stories, I don't know, but we know his business, that he was a businessman. And Mecca, the majority of people of Mecca doesn't have anything. Mecca is just a valley, doesn't have anything, a hot valley even, a hot valley, that they would travel in winter and summer. In summer, they go north to Syria, Levant, and in summer they go south. So he was a businessman, and he met Amina, and he married Amina. We have some narrations now. Some of them are weak. That Abdullah, in the beginning, when he was about to marry Amina, a fortune teller saw him, and she saw something in his head, like some light, some aura, aura of light around him. And she wanted him for herself. She expected that something is coming from this man. She said, come with me, committing adultery or fornication. And he refused. After he married to Amina, it happened that he passed by the same lady, and either her or another person asked her about him. And she said, I'm not interested anymore. I don't see the thing that I saw before in him. And shortly he went on a business trip and he died. And Muhammad his mother became pregnant. Wallahu ta'ala alam. This is one of the historical narrations, that there is something that some people who have some insight expected that. And there is a Jewish, I guess, rabbi or something. There are some stories that they recognize something. They saw something in Abdullah that they did not see from other people. They saw something special about him. And the Messenger ﷺ himself when he was a child also. I should not appear on the recording eating. This biscuit.
Kind of tastes
Okay.
softer, tastier.
Yeah. Very good, huh? So back to the story of Mecca. Now what happened to Mecca? A flood came and destroyed the Kaaba, or the people of Quraysh wanted to rebuild the Kaaba. When the Messenger ﷺ was around 35 years. 35 years. Out of their wisdom and the traces of Ibrahim, they said, we will use only halal, clean, pure money to rebuild the Kaaba. No one should invest anything. You should not take money from adultery, from wicked lady, from anything, pure money only. And out of their ignorance, they wanted to build the Kaaba naked while they are not wearing clothing that they commit sins with. This is their ignorance. Naked men. While the good thing is they say it is a pure, it is the house of God. We're not going like to invest any bad money in it. The Messenger ﷺ expectation was 35 years, 5 years before he became a prophet. And they kept back and forth. When shall we start? When shall we start? When shall we start? Yeah, we should do it. We should do it. How much money you have? How much hesitant? Until one day, a ship came to Jeddah area, the port, which is 50 miles from Mecca, Jeddah city now, and it broke. The ship it broke. So there was a shipwreck, what they call a shipwreck, in the area. And they heard that there are some big beams, what they put in the ceiling to carry the ceiling, beams, right? You're a construction guy. Okay, beams. So they went to the ship because of the ceiling. They don't have, Mecca doesn't have anything except the holy city, subhanAllah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put the barakah in it because khalas, he chose that place. It's not a jungle and fancy mountains in Switzerland or khalas, Allah chose that Mecca, desert, nothing. So when they went to the port, they found good beams to carry the ceiling of the Kaaba, and they found someone even who knows how to construct, who was the carpenter of the ship. So they realized that this is ni'mah from Allah, this is a blessing from Allah, and a sign for us to start, the building. They hired the guy, they took the wood, and they decided to go, and they started building the Kaaba. They started bringing now rocks. The Messenger ﷺ kept his clothing himself. He did not take his clothing off. He participated like the other young men in Quraysh. His uncle saw him carrying rocks and bricks on his shoulder, and he advised him, this is his uncle Abu Talib. He said, oh my nephew, these rocks are rough on your shoulder, leaving marks and scratching you. So what if you take off your garment, number one, and put it on your shoulder? The Messenger ﷺ wanted to do it. The moment he undid his lower garment, he fell unconscious. And he put it back. And he was never seen, his aura or his private parts, exposed. So he carried with them the rocks. And you can expect that, this person works 2 hours in the morning, another person works in and out, to bring rocks. Everybody has some time. He relaxes at home, comes back, until they reach, the area where they want to put the black stone back, Hajar al-Aswad. And Quraysh tribe, they got distracted. Oh, like now. Because they were about to fight. Each tribe, they divided. This tribe, this family take this side. This family take this side. That family this side. Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. Okay, we resume inshallah after.